What happened?
What's happening?
Oh man, just chilling, kid. Just chilling, man. How you making out?
Oh man, we just stay in quarantine, brother. Trying to stay out the way, man.
Stay out the way, stand out, quarantine friendly, huh?
Yeah, man. Still working though, steady working, but you know what I'm saying. Just making sure I stay out the way while I'm working. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you gonna have to. You know what I mean? Find some new routines.
Yeah.
Find some new things to do. Pick up a language or something. Pick up a instrument or something. And you
Yeah.
pass out or something.
Well, man. First of all, I want to welcome you to Hype in the Streets, man. You know, with the Hype magazine, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. Not only am I an artist myself, but I'm a fan of you, bro. I've been a fan of you for a long time, man.
Good to
Real talk.
meet you, Big. Good to meet you, man. I'm appreciative, happy the music was able to tap into you and find you, connect with you. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. So for you guys that's on the check in, this is the legendary Fiend, man, from No Limit, man. Mr.
What
Womp
up?
Womp
What up?
himself.
Well, not what's popping, everybody. I mean, like that's right. Make them say, if I don't gotta, yeah. The war wounds, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Same cat. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all need to see maybe one of these old plaques or something. I got a lot of them in the closet, but you know what I'm saying? Just to let y'all know that my man is telling y'all who I am and what's going on. I'm the same cat involved with over 80 million records sold and involvement. And same cat helped Master P make $400 million in 3 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah.
So man, we gonna get right into this, man. So I'll tell the people how long you've been in the music industry.
I've been in the music business, man, a little bit over probably 22 years.
Facts.
Yeah,
And,
man.
and when and how did you become part of No Limit Records?
It's strange, man. Like, I had a run-in with P at a concert first that I think is still one of the coolest stories ever. I had a homeboy that was into No Limit music and Master P music early, and I just didn't know what he saw in it. That's how young we was, you feel me? So I had a chance to buy a CD and a cassette from Master P himself behind a table. You know, he don't even remember. I purchased the CD and a cassette from him, me and X, and one of his projects, you dig? And
Right.
so that was Bethune years. But I ended up, Mia came, got me, and put me on a song with Cain and Abel and Mac, I believe called Five Hollow Points. And that was one of the encounters of me going up there to No Limit. One of those introductions as far as I saw I was in the physical with them and that I did. And there was another time I did something on Cain and Abel project, I believe. But that last time going up there with KL to work on some music, I think that's kind of like made it more official. You know what I mean? Because we got introduced and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Before we go any further, man, shout out my guys, man. Free Corey Miller, free Macadon. Just want to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go to their page, True C Murder, Mac Phipps, official Mac McKinley Phipps. Go to their pages. You want to write them. You want to shout them out. You want to donate something to them. You want to some time or email kind words. Anything, I'd be grateful. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. Please do that, y'all. Please do that,
Yeah.
y'all. Please, definitely, man. I'm trying to pin your stuff up here so people can find you as well.
Yeah, 504 Fiend. No, we from New Orleans. We don't say zero. We say O for zero. So it's 504 Fiend on IG. And I got 2 new projects I put out recently for those out there that's into, smoking and smash and get to the action. You know what I mean? He's got
Now,
Lucia's line.
hey,
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Hey, listen. So the next question is, man. Tell us your experience. What was it like working with Master P, man? Doing records and being on tour with him.
What was it like working with Master P? It was pretty dope. It's like when you link up with one cool kid in the neighborhood and he got all these other cool kids that they cool with. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta waste time trying to get to know all these other people. They're already there. So that's what happened with him. You know, I got with him, I got with Beats by the Pound. Well, I got with Beats by the Pound first, and then I got to work with Percy Miller. You know what I'm saying? And everything just came with it. You know, those relationships, the fan base. You know what I mean? I brought a little something to the table, and we changed the course of history in a matter of, you know, a couple of years. You know what I mean?
Now, did you? I want to be politically correct. Did you part ways from No Limit, or for a while?
I just kind of went and did my own thing because I was young and I couldn't make sense out of the business going in my favor like I thought it should have went. So I had a meeting with him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, most people do this. I had a meeting with him, you know, at the age I was. I never had a problem sitting down with the CEOs to get some clarity on my business. I didn't have a lawyer there with me. I didn't have a manager there with me. I just, you know what I wanted to do, know what I wanted to accomplish. So I went and talked to him, and we just kind of had like a little overstanding, and it just, you know, we kind of like just went our ways. But it wasn't necessarily bad, but it was some real lessons learned. I talked to a gentleman that was on the No Limit reunion tour the other day, and he asked me when did I get off No Limit, and I told him, you know, pretty much right after I dropped Street Life, and he was in shock. You know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't no public announcement or, you know, no real, you know what I'm saying? This person leaves this company or something like that. So, you know, it all brought down and looked like I felt like I went to No Limit University. I got my diploma, I graduated, and I made something out of myself. You know what I mean?
Facts. So obviously you and P y'all still connected though.
Yeah, I mean, we on this tour together. You feel me? On this tour together, No Limit Reunion tour. Myself, me and Egg, Servon, KLC, DJ KLC, of course, Silk the Shocker, DJ Boosie, you know what I mean? Mercedes makes some spot dates. Young Bleed makes some spot dates. That means when a person might pop on some of the dates, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, we cool. I mean, we hustlers, we show up, we do our thing, we put some points on the board, and we holler at each other the next time, you know what I mean?
Now let the people know, man, how was it? How and when did you sign with Rough Rider?
The Rough Rider thing might have happened like say 2000. I'm gonna say like maybe like super early 2000. I was already selling units independently. You can't hear me? Let me see. You can't hear me.
I'm waiting on them to come back in right now. Capo, what's going on, man? I'm waiting on Fiend to come back, man. We just did Dave from Men at Large, and we did K Stylist, the Twerk King. I'm waiting on Fiend to come back in right now as we speak. There you go. Here you go, y'all. Fiend is back in the building. Shout out my dog, Fiend. Fiend from No Limit, back in the building. Let's get it. Hey, there we go.
My son, wow, man. Yeah, I know the reception probably bad in some areas, but we're gonna get through this, man. You dig?
So the question we ended off was I was asking you about how was your experience. No, the question I asked you was how and when did you sign with Rough Rider?
I got with Rough Rider right after DMX started doing more movies, and they was looking to keep that brand of a big voice going. So Rough Rider gave me the opportunity. We thought it'd be a perfect fit. Me and my dad moved out there, and we went out over there to take over business like as you know what we had planned. It's just that so I'm gonna say like maybe like 2002, maybe 2003, something like that, maybe 2002. I signed the Rough Rider. For those that didn't know, I signed the Rough Rider. Had a deal with the Rough Rider Interscope. It is that one of the CEOs that got into a very, very bad motorbike accident. And as a family, we was more focused on him healing and recovering. And he was one of those people that was in the studio that was very intricate in the creative process. So that's what had happened with us. So my career as far as that Big Rough Rider release was kind of halted a little bit, but I was putting out independent projects through my own imprint, FDE, which gave You Cannot Burn 2, Head Busters, the joint venture with 3-6 Mafia, the Can I Go Hard or Go Home, and stuff like that, and also Fiend, The Addiction, my third solo album after No Limit Records.
So how did that situation end with Rough Riders? Like, how did you get it or whatever?
I ended up just was doing what was best because about 4 years went by. I lived in New York off and on for 4 years. Really, I lived there for 4 years, 2.5 years in Manhattan, and a year and a half in Yonkers, New York. What happened was I needed to be able to kind of like, I didn't want to hinder myself. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, I wouldn't have mind. Right. I don't know what's going on. For the record, they can hear me.
Instagram be tripping, you guys. Please don't be mad at me, y'all. I apologize. It's really not my fault. Instagram be on some other stuff. We gonna have to blame that on Teddy Riley and Babyface. We gonna blame Instagram on Teddy Riley and Babyface for breaking their Instagram, y'all.
Hey, you may need to, I don't know if you got your, what that's called, what that's called, your Bluetooth. Maybe you got your Bluetooth on your phone, maybe?
I got it off. I
Okay.
got it off.
Smart. Yeah, I don't know why I keep cutting. I turned all that stuff off,
Instagram be tripping though. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can cut it. Let me see. Make sure it's off though. Wait.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you said you lived in New York like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you said and I was asking you, how did you in that situation with the deal with them?
The deal was great, man. The deal was structured. I mean, great. I would still be signed with a company like Rough Rider because this tribe of Shabazz, they them people. Shout out to 6015 Trade, man, Chicago and that thing. They dope people, just dope individuals, bro. I mean, just beautiful people. It's just that we just didn't get a chance to put that Fiend album out. Oh my God, man, I did got that album, bro.
I wanted to hear that too. I did want to hear that, man. Did you get a chance to work with Jada and all the other cats over there?
Okay, check this out. When I got there, how I got to work with Jada more often is I produced. So I was doing more producing, doing records with him more than me and him. But we was locked in. We was in the pot. We were gelling. Every chance he got, he was like, man, you need to get some joints in. So we was working just, man, the only thing that we did that got out there, two joints. I produced a joint on his first solo album, What You Ride For, that featured 8Ball, myself, and Young One.
Oh, I remember that record. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I produced that joint, right? Then I produced a joint on his other album featuring Young Jeezy called Something Else. So, I wanted to, in a perfect world, I wanted to produce a project off of strictly Southern beats for Kiss, so he could have really, really had his run the way it was supposed to go for him, for the world to be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That boy Kiss is just ridiculous, you know what I mean?
So tell us about, I know, remember your situation that you had with Jet Life with Warner Brothers. Tell us about that.
That's a unique situation. My brother is part owner of the company. So, I just wanted to be everywhere my family was and, be instrumental and stuff like that. So to stand side by side with that company and see where it started from, Let's try it again. It's all good. We try it again. We try.
Y'all, I apologize. It's really, I don't know what's going on. They're not trying to let me and Fiend be great. But we gonna get through this. We got Fiend from No Limit. The Instagram keep on hating on us so bad. But we got Fiend from No Limit, y'all. Fiend from No Limit on the check-in. Hold up, y'all. Let's get him back on here. All right, we back on here. They not trying to let us be great, Fiend, but we gonna make this happen, bro. All right.
Yeah, man.
And you know what? You must got something over there that you finna tell me that I'm supposed to hear because the devil keep on trying to
Hey,
break us
man.
apart.
I changed phones just now. I changed phones to see if this help out a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's all good though. 6015 Trey on this thing, man. Hold up.
But you said now you was telling me about how you and Jada was Jada because you know Jada to me Jada is one of the most underrated artists. Definitely out of in the game and out of New York hands down.
Homie official. You know what I mean? It was a learning experience from Catch. You know, I toured with Jada when he had the beef with Beanie Siegel and stuff. That's when I was there and mixed everything. And everywhere he went in the South, I went with him. I toured with him.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was a blessing in disguise, man. It was a lot of things going on, but man, it was crazy. We was working on a mixtape. And when I try to tell you, you know, then if we could have had like a videographer on deck or something like that, the world would be tripping right now, bro. Because when I tell you we went in, we went in. Powerhouse Studios, where we recorded at in Yonkers, 33 and a half Broadway, and it was something serious, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it was something serious, something special. You know, to be from the South and to be on the East Coast, I was battling dudes in Harlem and everything. You know what I mean? I'd be battling dudes on the block with my CEOs right there. And cats to be tapping at a dude, yo, B, he sound like Fiend, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was dope, a real dope experience, man. I've seen a lot of things. I seen an African funeral out there. Certain stuff I just wasn't accustomed to.
Wow.
I lived in a hotel for 2.5 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. You name it. I used to get up every morning and walk like about 5 blocks to Sony Studios. Me and my dad carrying all my equipment, bro. And I used to be in the studio like a fly on the wall, just waiting for my opportunity, bro.
Oh, your dad was down with you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, bro. Man, pops every day, bro. Every day on that Madden, you heard me reading and putting the music together. And I don't know what bigger support system I could have as far as a young lion growing his mane out to be gonna be than to have my dad right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just made me a whole nother type of animal to be dealing with. And then I went to jail in New York, and that kind of hindered things for me. You know what I'm saying? I went to jail, not prison. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Jail is momentarily. You know, you can go to jail for a citation, a parking ticket.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so I was only in there for a couple of days. And
He only had a pistol.
my son, my son elaborating on my charge on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was a learning experience. You know, learning experience. Right after 9/11, I went back out there to New York. The phones in the jails wasn't working and stuff, so it was a weird time, bro. But I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world.
So listen, my next question to you, man. Okay, you know how it's a lot of groups, whether it's a rap group, whether it's R&B group, or big cliques like you guys was in No Limit. Most of the time, it's always some kind of friction between certain artists. When you was with No Limit or Rough Riders, was it any artists that like just couldn't get along, or that anybody
Nah,
get along with?
nah, man. I'm gonna tell you like this here. In the course of my career, I could relate to what you're saying, but I could tell you this here, without really knowing, me personally, they had to just they was gonna get this business, bro. Like anywhere I went, they was gonna get this business, bro. You feel me? Either I'ma help you step your game up, or you about to be just stepped on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And that was a hell of a collaborative look on anybody coming into a situation. Either I'm gonna help you be nicer, or I'm smashing you, dog. Because of your ego won't let you process what I'm doing or why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't the case at Rough Rider. That boy Kish used to be like, Styles used to be like, oh my God. One day, me, Kish, Styles, Sheik, and somebody else wrote at a table together, a big ballroom table. And we just was writing. You know what I'm saying? We kept looking up at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we got in the booth, and it was just like, you know what I'm saying? They knew what they was doing. Shout out to D and Y. They knew what they was doing, bro. If they ever released the mixtapes that the Locks Fiend was recording, Drag On, oh my God, dog. Oh my God, son, I dropped everything. You'd have sworn that I had just been knighted by Scarface.
Wow.
Because no one looks at Southern artists realistically as being real MCs at one time.
Facts. Yeah, facts.
Excuse me. Nowhere below VA, nowhere below DC, they didn't really look at as us being like real MCs, like what hip hop was invented and things of that nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like bar for bar type thing, you know what I mean?
I think for a long time, like you had cats out the South, because you know I'm from Chicago originally, but I'm in Atlanta now. But so I kind of grew up on the bar shit too. You know, I was Freestyle Friday, Chapel BET, all that shit. But I think out of the South, the first person I think we respected bar wise out of the South, I'm gonna have to say Scarface. That's what we respected.
Hands down.
Yeah.
And for the record, everybody tuned in. It won't cost you nothing to send up a little quiet prayer for Face right now while he going through dialysis right now. Everybody that's tuned in, you know, we ain't about to go ahead and preach it out. I just want y'all to send up a real prayer in real time for Scarface, because he is fighting for his life on dialysis right now. So if you can, bro, just personally just do that on your own time, and we appreciate it right now on this live, you dig?
Facts, man. Facts, definitely. But
me and Face, I got a real unique relationship too. Like, I got a book coming out, man, called The Baddest Alive. Street Life, you know what I mean? And
I'll be right back.
okay, buddy. People gonna really trip out. I've been around Pimp C and Bun B since I was 12 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some, you know, a little dude been around some grown man shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And my cousin used to produce for Tim Smooth, and him and Pimp was like this. He was like with UGK. So his name was DJ Baby T, and then he changed it to DJ Lil Daddy. So I've been around UGK all my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Before I was even picking up the mic for real. And then Scarface, me and him got personally acquainted through some other things, and used to be on the phone like every other day. You know what I'm saying? I used to be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Tripping, dog. Face to call me, man, what you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? I get on the phone, he'll tell me, Fiend, once you realize your strength in the heartwarming, emotional songs, you're going to be the best artist you can be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I can get the paper because the fan, you know, the fan building.
Mm-hmm.
It's like shaking, but
you want me to come get it?
It looks like it's gonna fall.
You want me to come get it?
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah. So that's if you ain't know, I'm married, 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? 2 girls, 1 boy. I'm the advocate for this new. Nah, something about that fan, bro. But Dad been wanting to swap that out. Yeah, let me get you some paper. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is what I'm on. Most people don't get a chance to see this in this light. You know what I'm saying? There you go, man. You're welcome. Yeah, my bad. Look, small parenting commercial break.
No, you good, bro.
Murray, what it do? The kids are talented, bro. Yeah, I got love for Chicago, man. I was out there in Maywood, Illinois every summer as a kid.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
dope.
I almost went to Proviso East because my uncle was like, you know what I'm saying, you're doing so good out here. See if your mama let you stay. You know what I'm saying? See if your mama let you stay. Then I just ended up coming home. But Chicago, I think that's what made Theirs When They're Family so big when I released it on The Limit is because of the language. And I kind of got gang culture, and I appreciated and respected growth and development and any other brotherhood that united, you know what I'm saying, for a bigger cause. You know what I'm saying? I just respected it, you know what I'm saying? I saw it firsthand. Like, you feel me? And I think by the time we got to No Limit to release Theirs When They're Family, that's why it was so impactful. You know what I mean? First weekend went gold.
Oh,
That's all good. I got a Fed call coming in. I got to get back. You know what I'm saying?
I thought my phone was tripping. I was like, "Oh, have mercy."
Nah, I got a homie doing 3 life sentences, and we just got him a lawyer, and we just excited about that. So he just was probably reaching out before they do bed check and all that stuff. That you hear me? But yeah, man. I wouldn't trade nothing for the world. I think it made me one of the best MCs I could possibly be, being out there on 9th Avenue in Washington. You know what I'm saying?
Right. One thing, you know what, Fiend, man, just watching you, because any artist that I admire, man, and I respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm an artist too, I watch certain people and certain people movements and how they move. And I really like how you rotate. I pop in and out your lives a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I like how you interact with people, and I kind of picked up some of the stuff that you do and kind of like, you know, putting this out, you know, my movement and how I interact with my fans. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
like how you sit there and you will take, just like you doing. You actually sit there and take time out. You'll let them hear. You'll let them hear records you're working on. You'll teach them certain stuff. You know what I'm saying, that you don't really have to be doing. I like that, bro. I respect that for real.
it go a long way, bro. You know, you never know who the next Kanye West, who the next 2 Chains, who the next Big Jigg, who the next Fiend. You never know. You know, just because we still working and swinging our acts, it don't mean that the next up and comers aren't doing the same thing to become dope. And I seen firsthand what it's like to be consumed with life and overlook somebody that could be a future something, and they not process that it ain't personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't personal. I'm still figuring out things myself. So I take my time out and listen as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? I'm a music executive as well. I run 2 record companies. I work with Atlantic Records. I work with APG. I do a lot of things. But at the end of the day, you know what it's like wanting to come up and really love hip hop, you know,
Right.
and wanting that opportunity. And for as I'm concerned, I give the scenario of a man trapped in a well. If you scream loud enough, somebody gonna hear you. You know, that's with your music. If your music resonate with the people, if it's loud enough, they gonna hear you, bro. Somebody gonna be like, you hear that? They got a man in that well. I think I heard something in that well. You know what I'm saying? And I look at that as not so much the volume, but consistency. And consistency is key, and keys open doors. So, you know, it ain't complicated. And, you know, great words from Young Currency the Spitter. He said, it's not rocket science. It's just that some people are scared of the work.
Right.
And the work can be tiresome. The work can be overbearing. But man, over climbing the wall of fear, you're going to find what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's so crazy? Like, when I first came in the game, just like yourself, because you came in before I did. So when I first came in the game, we were still guerrilla marketing, putting posters up, flyers out. Now it's like the game the chain with the social media, and it kind of made all it made it for the newer generation artists. It made it a little easier for them, but it also kind of made them lazy from what we had.
Yeah.
You know
Because
what
guess
I'm saying?
what? You know what it's like to go drive an hour to go be reluctantly to run across a DJ that you might get a chance to put a CD in his hand.
Right.
Right. Then you know what it's like to possibly open up for one of your favorite acts, not even really thinking about the fans, just knowing that you open up for one of your favorite acts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they spoiled in a way, and we are overburdened with what we did, and you got to find a median. You got to find a median to when I know how much I hustled back in my day, but what kind of points I'm putting on the board today.
Right.
See, a younger cat don't want to hear about our runs.
They want to know what's going on now.
They want to know what's going on now. I'm gonna tell you, that's a good and a bad thing. We can't pat ourselves on the back for yesterday wins so much. We should apply it to our playbook to know that I could pull those plays when the time need be. But we have to be willing to grow. Barry White was telling somebody that Don Cornelius asked him, Barry, how do you feel with the transition to music, where it's going? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you frustrated? You know, what music is moving forward is almost moving without you. And Barry told him that, man, look, the day you don't want to grow, you basically admitting that you want to be left behind.
That's
You know?
bad.
Yeah, so it's like, damn if you don't, damn if you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably got all kind of ellipticals and all kind of freaky Jason workout things at the gym. At the end of the day, you know what running gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what jumping rope gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, they're teaching kids a different type of math, right? It'd be easy to stick to the basics, but for some reason, they want to reprogram another perception of math. Now, are we gonna be stubborn and just be like, oh man, look, bro, I like doing this division, how I do it, multiply. Like, are we gonna learn this new math too? To just have it as an access. You know, different languages will help you. They're not necessarily defined by ethnicity. You know,
Right.
Parisian, Spanish, stuff like that. You know, it's new languages of getting money, and that is where I'm at with my $1 million mission. Money is a class by itself, and it hinders artists. You know, it hinders artists. I'm on 2021 where it's okay to save your money up and okay to work on your credit and go get you a loan and finance your own rap career.
Right. Facts.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. We don't no longer have to press the dude in the street get money. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to press him. We could save up a few dollars, work on our credit, and if you believe in yourself, hey man, go ahead and put some few dollars behind yourself. Put that credit to use and show me. Make me a believer.
So how do you? Let me ask you this, because I get this question a lot too, man. How do you feel about the new artists that's out right now? Like, how you feel about the state of hip hop? Period. Right now.
They got all types of walks of life that exist, and I think that we should have some type of standard. Hip hop is one of the first things that spawned into so much different other stuff that we have a standard, and then we have a new off the cuff, off the hip expression that we just not used to.
Facts.
I can appreciate somebody for being who they are. Me, the wearing the dress stuff, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't want to see no man in no dress. Like, that's just me. Like, I'm not knocking of a cat. If that's your thing and you're gay or whatever, you know, I salute you and your lifestyle. But me personally, I'm from a barbaric era of hip hop. And when a soldier in the middle of the night can miss his family, his woman, his children, and be reminiscent of his parents and things and reflect, and then he wakes up and get ready for war again, opposed to domestic, like breaking down our men to be something else than what they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So certain things is only my opinion, and I know my opinion won't mean much in the overall scheme of things. So I can appreciate a lot of new acts. Because if it's gonna make hip hop last another 40 years for cats to be able to feed themselves when they wasn't so smart in school or they wasn't so cool of being a mechanic, you heard me, if maybe they thought college wasn't their thing, then I salute that. I just want to preserve it enough. I'm not tripping on what you rapping about. I'm not tripping on you expressing yourself in this and making it the culture you want it to be. But just keep in mind, we want it to last another 40 years for some other kids that want a way out, because it saved my life like I'm quite sure it saved yours. You know what I mean?
For sure, dude. And I think too, man, like, you know, I get booked to go to certain schools, high schools and stuff like that. Went to a high school in Atlanta, and I actually sat in 2 different classes. I sat in the senior class and I sat in the sophomore class. So I was there for about 2 hours, and I noticed that a lot of kids, you know, I was like my boy teach, so he got a real unique way of teaching where it's not as boring as the other teachers. Because kids nowadays, or the youngsters nowadays, their attention span not long. So if you kind of talking to them the traditional way and teaching them the traditional way, they like, they ain't trying to really hear that. But the way my boy teach, they love his class, love how he get out. And when I came there with me and my staff, we came, and it was just crazy how a lot of kids get caught up where, man, if I don't finish school, I'm just gonna be a rapper. I just quit going to school just to be a rapper. So I was kind of there to let them know, like, look, everybody not gonna make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't put all your eggs in this rapping basket. Just like for me as an artist, have I had a lot of success? Yeah, I have. But I was smart enough to invest money in other businesses. Like I got a cleaning company. I used to own a restaurant, and I'm trying to teach a lot of these young cats that, yo, don't just sit there and feel like music is it, because for some reason they got us society thinking, especially African Americans, thinking that well, only thing y'all can do is play ball or rap, or like what happened to the doctors? What happened to the lawyers? What happened to the firefighters? And you know what I mean? Like, why is everybody situation is always about, far as making African Americans think that all we can do is just entertain?
What it is that okay, think about this here. If Todd and his siblings all worked on offshore, and their family consists of being offshoremen, nobody ain't telling them y'all lame with all this offshore shit. We've been working offshore 70 years. It's in the Cooper Smith family tree,
Right.
They ain't been side-eyed or being cast away because this they consistent choose to do. Music is the same way with us. We are in tune with God through tone. So we express ourselves through tone. So this is what I am designed for first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a difference, bro.
Right.
This is a trade that we possess first. You know what I'm saying? First. You know what I mean? And there are other things that we can do. Doctors, scientists, engineers, golfers, dancers, architects. There are a plethora of things that could be done. It just has to be made cool to know it's okay to do it. Rapper get promoted as a lackadaisical job. I wake up when I want. I do what I want. I sleep with whoever I choose. I got all the jewelry. I got all the money. They just love me because of the few little words I spit. It's been made and promoted as something so easy that everyone can do it. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? So America and business, big companies have figured out how to capitalize and make rap music now has transitioned to basically a big karaoke game. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You want to run raps about your life and your upbringing when these kids just want to do a dance to a kick and a snare and an 808. We got it. That's what business is. They, you know, they hated it so much, but they stepped in and figured out a way to capitalize off it. Just like the marijuana business. You got a quadrillion people you to put away for marijuana on all levels of being exemplified of trying to feed themselves. But now you want to capitalize off it in your suit and tie and your bleach hair and make $1 billion business when everybody else then got life sentences and hereafter behind the same thing. I'm confused.
And that's what confused me about the music business in general, being, you know, because I've been in it probably like 18 years now. So me being in it so long at this point, it's like, first of all, I think people got the misconception of why hip hop even came about. Like, people don't understand that hip is for the relevance, hop is for the movement.
Yeah, what it is this is, you so right, my guy. You're so right. Check us out. Backpack rappers don't eat.
At all. No.
Okay. So we end up doing the song or dance. I may not wear a dress, but if I'm talking about committing genocide to my people, it's as equivalent as me degrading the skin I walk in.
Facts.
Now, if I'm talking now at the same sense, there's no different than me exemplifying life coming up in Chicago, life coming up in New Orleans. So I exemplify an audio picture.
Facts.
That's no different than Scorsese or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, bro. Life, art imitating life. You know what I'm saying? It's just that one get charged differently than the other. You know what I'm saying? Rambo can kill 100,000 people in a movie, and he's a hero. If I tell you how I survived being in a house trapped with 13 other dudes, fending for my life, I'm not only therapeutically getting through something, I'm glorifying genocide.
Right.
Which person know which is fair and what's not? Color shouldn't be. That's what I love about hip hop. That's okay. Let me tell you this here. When I talk to schools, when I talk to colleges, when I get booked to talk to colleges, I talk on 3 things, bro. 3 universal languages that automatically bring people together. Hands down, I don't care what you look like. I don't care how you were born, raised, or what you believe in. Love, food, and music. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else is a distraction to make you feel where you are different than I am.
Right.
Most people don't know that there is more than one version of right. It is a such thing. Most people promote to you, oh, we could disagree. We can agree to disagree. How come we can't admit you might be right and I'm right too?
Exactly. That's a fact.
Most people can't live off of that. So if you just stuck in that world, that's just how it is. Why is Hova gotta be the only greatest lyricist? Why do Wayne have to be why can we be one? You got a gazillion different car companies. Only so many of them make it. Most car companies own the other car companies and make you and me decide what cars we want when it's the same company.
Facts.
You got Nissan, and then you got what's that car? You got Nissan. Well, okay, say you got Chevy and GMC. It'll come back to me. Infiniti and Nissan.
Right.
Same car, bro. Same car, bro. GMC, Chevy, same car, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Lexus, Toyota, same car.
Right.
Acura, Honda, same car.
I mean, they both have all the same speeds.
Right.
They got all the same amenities. See, that's big business. In our music, it can only be one dope artist, and then he got an issue on that one. It has to be something competitive more than a collaboration. What are collaborations at?
And you know what? For me, Fiend, the thing that tripped me out from being a known artist and being in the game so long is that we have created a situation in the music business where we got a lot of power that we don't use. And to this day, when you see other cultures, they build it's nothing for you to go to a Hispanic area and they whole little complexes, all they stores or whatever. Like, why don't we build something like? Why don't we have a all black record?
Hey,
Why can't we have an all black Interscope? Or
hey,
all
bro.
black,
It's hard, and bless you, son. It's hard, and it's a very strange pill to swallow when you have the crab in a barrel syndrome, which you've been raised on. So it's hard. You know, if the bitterness in my mouth won't allow me to live on the same street as you, how will allow I have a business across the street from you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there could be more than one chief. There could be more than one Indian. There could, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's too many things of confusion
right?
going on that'll keep us distracted from each other. You hear me? I used to hear when I was younger, Jigg, man, you too smart to be a rapper. I used to mess me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I used to carry, I got this drum machine. It's not here right now. I used to carry this drum machine underneath my arm when I walked in Sony Studios. When I produced for Jadakiss and them, bruh, the looks I used to get, you know how to work that? I'm like, yeah. I make my own beats. I couldn't get Traction beats by the pound like I wanted. So I took their drums. They gave me the drums. I started making my own tracks. I was taught by the best.
Mm-hmm.
So we looked upon like, oh, you can't be really talking about that life because you're smart. You're not violent. So you don't express violence in front of me. So you may not be about that life. Our people are constantly, they don't promote good people versus bad people. They promote lifestyle versus no lifestyle. They promote classism. That's how they promote. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we trapped in something. Think about this now. The fake Rolex, right?
Right.
The Rolex so fake right now. It just is. Where is the prestige of one day working for that yacht master, working for that sky dweller? What sense does it even make if everybody got the Roman numeral knockoff roller with the big baguettes in it? Now I'm not knocking cats that want to give themselves this thought of faking a lifestyle, but what's wrong with working your ass off and go and get the real one?
Nothing.
That's what we brought down to come back to. Most people are scared of work. Most people are scared to sweat.
A lot of people scared of work. Just like you got a lot of people, man, who feel like nowadays, notice that a lot of artists that always ask to work with me or want me to help them, they feel like they entitled. Like, oh, I know, man.
Entitlement.
I'm you supposed to want to help me, and I be telling artists all the time, like, bro, like, this ain't this. If this is a business. This is not just music. It's the music business. So with that being said, you're not entitled to shit. You got to work
Hey,
for that. Because at the end
hey,
of the day, the person build their network. Your network is you built 22 years of networking. So why in the hell do I feel like I'm entitled to have Fiend's network?
I'm gonna tell you what people feel like. Most people feel like, oh, I'm gonna take no, I gotta do all this here for this. Hold on, bro. I gotta do this for this. Check this out, sir.
Let's do on this long.
Man, hold on, bro. Let me let me let me see. Look, bro. Could you replace a professor at a college because he decides to transfer his knowledge to you?
Could you pay a professor?
No. Could you take his job? Now tell me this here. If the professor taught me and you in the class,
right,
we passed this class,
right,
would they replace us with him and pay us the same thing?
No.
Oh, come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. So that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a difference. I'm not a mechanic.
Right.
Just because I could change a tire don't mean I could fix an engine. I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so everyone's different. And I can tell you this here realistically. We got to get out our own way. If you want, we got to get out our own way, and we have to be willing to say, I'm going to learn a lesson. We got to be willing to be smart. We got to be willing to be vulnerable with our own people. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we're going to get somewhere. Like, I'm raised in a city where you may do oil changes. They may be $29.99. Instead of coming get the oil change and keeping it moving, building a rapport with you, and most people where I'm from, they'll be like, oh, wow. They'll be like, look at that's the first way I'm playing. Most people where I'm from, I'll be like, man, Jigg started an oil change place, bro. I'm gonna go start my own oil change place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm from. Like, not everybody, but that's just where they from, bro. You know what I hear? Man, you need to help me out, bro. Damn. We'll do it again.